Hello, Moogles and Chocobos. So now I'm going to show you how to heal your first dungeon as a white mage. So let's get started. Okay, so we will queue up for Satasha. Satasha will be your very first dungeon. Hopefully it'll be an instant queue. There we go. Okay, so our main attack is going to be Stone 2. And then we'll also have our arrow, which is a damage over time attack. So when we're on the move, we're going to apply that to the different enemies that we encounter. It looks like we have a Cure 1 spell. That's going to be our main way to get the health up. And then we also have our Medica spell, and that's how you're going to heal the entire party at once. I'm on the PlayStation controller, so if you use the D-pad left and right, that's how you're going to target your enemies. And then we will target both of them and apply an arrow. And then now that we're stopped, we will attack them with stone. As you can see, the tank is losing health, so we'll start popping Cure on him. At this level, Cure heals quite a bit, so you only need to do 1 or 2 casts to get the tank back up to full. And how I choose my party members is you can use up and down on the D-pad and it will switch to them, and then you just press the X button and it will highlight the tank, for example. So let's apply arrow to both of these bats as we're going. And you can see the arrow is applied when you look under the bar up here, and it has a 30-second time limit on the spell. So let's heal our tank. Let's get him to full, and then let's start casting stone to pull off these mobs. And as long as your tank has his stance on and he's drawing all the aggro, you shouldn't really have to heal your other party members too much. That tends to occur if there is an area of effect spell that hits everyone, and then you might have to top some of your other characters up, or if they make some sort of mistake or they're not traveling with the party or something like that. So we're on the move. Let's just make sure our arrow is applied. Stop so we can use stone. So that clam, when he's closed, you can't deal damage to him. But it looks like the tank didn't want to attack him, so we'll follow where the tank's going. You don't want to needlessly draw aggro like I did back there. And you always want to be in range of the tank. If you're too far from him, you're not going to be able to heal him. So now we can see this person has paralyzed, so that's when I would use my Asuna spell, and that would take off that status effect off of him. That's also your job as a healer. So you just use your Asuna spell. It's an instant cast spell. So now the entire party's taking damage, so we'll use a Medica to get everybody, and then we'll do a Cure on the tank. Get another Cure on the tank, and back to stone. When the Shade Seekers die, they sound so sad when they die. Make these little whimpers. I'm pretty sure it's the blue coral. Yeah. He's a sprout. I'll forgive him. So, as you can see, any status effect with the line above, that's one you can remove with Asuna. He had a poison, I think that was. Now we're on the first boss. Or this might be a mini boss. Okay, let's get the tank up and avoid the AoE. I don't need the treasure, but whenever loot drops, you're gonna either roll need or greed on it. If it is applicable to your class, then I would roll need. But this is gear for a Disciple of War. I'm a Disciple of Magic. That's why I'm not allowed to roll need on it. But you could greed. Otherwise, you can just pass on them. I'm high level, so I'll just pass and give the gear to the lower level players. Scurvy dog. They're kind of going with the whole pirate theme in this dungeon. I like to focus on the ads first in this fight. I just find the fight gets a little bit easier if you kill off these weak enemies first. Let's put a cure on the tank. Let's get Arrow on this boss here. And Captain Madison, she's eventually going to run away. Through the aggro of all these people, that I kind of wish that I wasn't really paying attention to where the tank was going. Always try to keep an eye on your tank. This is a massive pull, so we're going to really have to keep the healing up. He shouldn't have pulled that many. Yeah, if there's so many mobs that your healer can't even keep you up while dealing DPS, you've pulled too many. So let's put a cure on the tank. It's not as essential outside of combat because he does have his, he can regen on his own. But if he was quite low, you would want to top him up. I'm having deja vu. This fight looks almost exactly like the last fight that we had. Okay, let's get a cure on the tank. Oh, she called the dogs. So maybe refocus our efforts onto the dogs now. Just want less things doing damage to us. And she's a coward and runs away yet again. Let's heal the tank. Hopefully it gets him in time. I hopefully won't have to show you how to use raise in this dungeon. Even though it would be a good learning opportunity, but I would rather not wipe the party. Let's get the tank cured again. Get arrow on everybody and it'll work people down. We need to cure the tank. Okay, we're on the final boss here. Arrow on him. Great, so we should be trying to turn these off, but my priority is always heals first. Because if you don't do that, then it starts sending more ads towards us. And we're done. That wasn't too hard. That's the first dungeon, and how to heal the first dungeon as a white mage. So hopefully that takes away a little bit of the anxiety of healing and keeping your party alive. It's not too difficult, and as you level up, you just add some new heals, and you gradually improve your healing.